Hey, so welcome everybody to our call. I've got a lot of stuff to talk about. So I'm going to go ahead and just start the party. I'm going to share my screen. So bear with me and my messy desktop. One day I will get, oh, I should mute people. I'm going to mute everybody and then you can unmute at the end, I think. Okay. You can see my screen, right? Yeah, it's kind of scary. Woohoo! Oh, maybe I should move this big box. Not here. Let's try that again. Okay, so thank you guys for jumping on tonight. So I have a lot of stuff I want to go over from the cruise, and then just some tips and things that I've been thinking about as I was on the trip, things that were clicking for me. So this was all of us. There was an elite panel, and we got to sit in and listen to the top 10 coaches talk about everything they've been doing. So I'm excited to share that with you tonight. So first, some announcements. Vote now or forever hold your peace. Is that how you'd say it? So Q2 starts in April. So I'm going to go ahead and try a new call time. So whether that's still Monday nights, maybe a little bit later, or a different night, make sure you do vote on that so we can have as many people on our calls as possible. The next thing is the hardcore group. I did set it up. I posted it in our group page, and just if you need to get in there, if you have people you're inviting to hardcore, especially for newer coaches, if you're super brand new and you want to invite to this, but you're afraid to run your own group, you are more than welcome to be in our group with us, invite people in there as well. I'm going to be doing a free clean eating group next week. I have not set it up yet, but I will be doing that. So if same thing, especially for new coaches, if you're just getting started and you want to piggyback and join in the hardcore group or my free group, just let me know, or when I post it, you can just request to join. So then from there, new coach group dates. So we are actually finishing up our 21-day March group for new coaches. So we have two new coach groups. One is a 14-day internship, and this one's always ongoing. And it's kind of in there so that you can get started as soon as you sign up as a coach. And then when we start our 21-day group, then you'll be, you'll have a lot of the foundation and you'll be ready to go with that. So our next 21-day group starts April 4th. And so what that is, it's just, 21 days where we're really going to lay it all out there and share a lot of the basics with the business and get to know you more. And we're here to answer any questions and really walk you through it. So the next new coach group will start April 4th. And this is good for you to know too, because if you do have someone that signs up as a coach, you want to make sure you know how to get them started right. So you'll always want to invite them into the 14-day internship, and then, be on the lookout for that April group to open up. This Wednesday night, Carrie and I are hosting a What is Coaching live Facebook event. Woohoo! Go Carrie! It's going to be fun. So I'm actually going to set up that link after the call. I didn't want to overwhelm you guys with links in the group page today. So I'll be posting that, and then I'll be sharing it with you. And these events are for you to invite people to the business. So anyone who you think would be awesome at it, anyone who's done any of your free clean eating groups or your challenge groups and have been in there and posting, it's a great place to invite them. So same thing, we do have a 3-day backstage pass group going on right now. There's not a lot of people in it, but you can still add to that. So if you're inviting people to the business, you always have somewhere to put them and share with them. And then the last thing is we are going to be doing a push to Emerald next week, March 28th. So this is going to be a 10-day group, and it's going to be kind of intense, but we have a big goal to reach that first rank of Emerald. So I will be posting that info up soon as well. But to be in the Push to Emerald group, we do recommend that you've done the 21-day group so that you know all the basics and you won't be totally overwhelmed by that. And then a couple of things that I was talking to Stephanie and I forgot to put them on the announcements, but hopefully you guys checked the back office on the cruise. There were tons of cool announcements. Just a couple of the highlights. There is a new program called Summer Strong that Beachbody is promoting, and it's going to be an 8-week program. The first 2,000 people who submit their before and afters are going to get a shirt. You can win $30,000. AJ is on it. He's going to do 22-minute hardcore. So this is a great motivation for your own fitness, for your challengers. So let people know about that. There's a lot of cool things happening in Beachbody On Demand. Right now, the app is only for iPhones because they like to launch it there first, and then they develop it on the other platforms, just because the other platforms, there's all these different types. So they do Apple first, but Beachbody On Demand is an app for any iPhone users, and it's pretty awesome. You're going to be able to download workouts now. So you can download 7 workouts at a time onto your phone. So you won't even need internet. Beachbody On Demand is also going to be in 140 countries. And this is really cool because Beachbody is going to start to go more international, and they're going to use this to test out what countries are responding well. And I just think this is awesome because I know I've had not a lot, but I had someone from Australia today wanting to do my group. So this is going to be cool to connect with new people all over the world. Also on Beachbody On Demand, there's going to be a 21-day fix portion cooking show. So Autumn's going to be hosting it with her, I think, brother, she said. He's a chef. And so they're going to have like a cooking show on there. So not just, okay, here's another recipe, but they're going to really show you how to cook and how to make your food taste good. So that's pretty awesome. There's also going to be that reality show for we get to vote for the next superstar trainer. So that's going to be on Beachbody On Demand as well. It's just going to be 20-year-olds in a house, and they're going to have to do a 20-minute workout, and we get to vote on it and do their workout. So that's pretty cool. What else am I missing? Orange, there's going to be a new flavor of the recovery drink, the orange one. Brazil butt lift got an upgrade. That sounds kind of funny. There are going to be new Brazil butt lift workouts on Beachbody On Demand, and they're going to come out with some new size dances on Beachbody On Demand. So if I've said it a million times, Beachbody On Demand is awesome, and it's the way to go. If you haven't gotten it yet, you get a 30-day free trial, and then it's $38 a quarter. And you can cancel at any time. And then one more thing, I was listening to the trainer's talk on that call, and it said, Sagi said, you cannot be stressed and blessed. And he was talking about belly fat relating to stress. So this is totally just something that stuck out to me because I felt like for a long time I would do the same programs as other people and my weight would be stuck. And I think a lot of that was stress. So make sure you guys are taking time to do your personal development and to meditate or do your gratitude, whatever you need to do to release stress so that you can drop the weight and so you're not holding it in your stomach area. So I just wanted to add that in. Okay, announcements are done. That was a lot. You can rewatch and pause it. So I'm just going to say my top 3 things I took away from the top 10, and then there's also a little graphic I wanted to share with you. But the one thing that was really huge here is that all of the people on the stage started in the same spot as I did. Everyone started from ground zero. Lindsay Matway actually had 126 friends on her Facebook page. If you go to her page now, she has like a gazillion people following her personal page. It's maxed out. You know, she was in the same spot, but you just have to start somewhere and start connecting with people, even if you have one friend watching. You know, you just have to put your story out there and build relationships and connect with new friends. So I thought that was something that we all need to remember, because a lot of times you look at the top 10 and you look at elite coaches and you start to compare yourself, but really everyone started in the same spot. Another thing that was huge is I always say 1 in 10 people are going to say yes, but that's after you have skill, which is something I was leaving out or forgetting about. I don't know. So I want to stress that in the beginning, when you first sign up, you're going to make mistakes. We all do. I mean, if you look at some of my first messages, I was rambling on to people. One guy messaged me and thought I was spam. One of my friends from high school was like, I think your account got hacked because my message was so long and so ridiculous. But you just have to learn from that and grow from that. And hopefully we have a lot of tools out there that you're using and you're finding what's working for you. But just know that in the beginning, it is going to be more of a 1 in 30 people say yes. So if you still want to reach Success Club this month and you haven't yet, I want you to think about that number. That means you have to find 3 people. You're going to have to talk to 90 people between now and the end of the month, which is doable as long as you just go for it and you focus, which kind of leads me to the next thing that almost all of them said. When you're building this business, it's really easy. As a new coach, it's really easy to get caught up in trainings. I wanted to watch every single training. I was in Christine Dwyer's trainings, Christina's trainings. I was like all over the place, reading my own things, who knows. But you want to make sure you're spending 80% of your time still inviting and doing the vital behaviors. That's where all the magic happens. So all of these top coaches up here were saying, the one was saying she does invite 30 people a day. That's how she is so successful. That's a lot of people, and I'm not saying you need to go that crazy right off the bat, but they spend a majority of their time inviting people to the business, to their challenge groups, and connecting with people and following up. And then they do all the other stuff. Sorry, I'm still getting over this never-ending cold. So somebody made this graphic, which I thought was another great way to sum up what they talked about. So these are the non-negotiables. They went through, Jeff Hill asked them all, what's the non-negotiable for you, for your business? And I think I shared this video with you guys. If not, I'll make sure I post it. But, Anita said sharing your life authentically and putting yourself out there. So that's huge when you're a coach. You can't just hide behind, we're lucky that Beachbody has all these products that people know about, but you can't just hide behind the 21-day fix and put up stock images. People want to see your life and your journey, so you have to start to share that. Posting your workout pictures or what you're eating for your meals and different things you're learning in personal development, sharing that with people. Treating a business like a business, this is a huge one, and I know I still struggle with this, so I'm guessing you guys do too, but it's easy with this business to want to be plugged in all the time and to want to work all the time. Or it's easy to just try to squeeze it in here and there. But if you really want it to grow to an elite business or to, a 6-figure income, you do have to treat it like a business and set hours and set tasks. You need to make sure that when you're working, you're really focused and working. I catch myself now all the time going to my like page to see how many people like my post. That is not getting me anywhere in my business. That is all ego. So really pay attention to your time and make sure that you're doing the tasks that you need to be doing. Bonnie Ingalls, I love her, is don't compare yourself to other people, do you. So always stay true to who you are, because there's going to be coaches that sign up at the same time as you, and they might grow faster. It might look like they grow faster, or they might not do anything. Or you might think, oh, why is she doing this way and she's doing this way? But you have to just be you and find out what's working for you. So try different things and come up with what works best. Always do the 3 vital behaviors every day times 30. So that's what they're doing on the top 10. They're just doing the personal development and the inviting and doing the programs, but they're doing it like a crazy amount. So always stay in a place of growth. This was Lindsay Matway, I remember. This is so important to just keep learning and keep being ready to grow, because a lot of things change, especially with social media. So it's good to always be wanting to grow and wanting to learn more. And what she said was, think about who you were when you started, especially for some coaches who've been a coach for a couple of years. Think about where you were when you first signed up, how you felt. Were you scared? What did your life look like back then? And always remember that girl needs your help, or that guy. There's some guys on our team, but stay in that place of growth. Have a monthly game plan and duplicate every month. So I tried to show you my game plan at the beginning of the month. I do a graphic and I say, these are when all of these things are happening, but I'm going to work on sharing this even more with you. I've already started to plan out the month of April, but every month you have to have that game plan of when you're going to do your free challenge, when you're going to do your paid challenge, when the new coach groups start. And so then each month you just keep duplicating that. And of course, that was Melanie Mitro, the top coach, who is just crazy incredible. Have belief in yourself and you will be successful. So that's one thing, we all start to doubt ourselves. We all have those moments, but you just really have to believe that you can do it, because you can. There's nothing different from us or any of them. We're all doing the same thing. You just have to believe and get to work. Don't let your current life situation hold you back. A lot of people are going through ups and downs, and, I got married this last year, and, people are starting families, or people are moving. I've moved across the country while I've been a coach. It's easy to let those things just take over, but don't let that hold you back. Just keep pushing forward. Get to events. So we have an event coming up April 2nd called Super Saturday. They're all over the country. So hopefully anyone in Chicago is coming to the one that I'm helping out with. Anyone else, though, I know there's a lot of girls on the East Coast that are going to go. We have girls on the West Coast. We have people all over. So make sure if you haven't found an event yet, just let us know and we can help you find one. But get to events. Summit is in Nashville in July, and it's just a game changer. So make sure you can get to events. Be vulnerable with your story. So always be sharing your journey and what's working and how you're growing. Fill your cup and grow so you can pour into others. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a second, but make sure that you're doing your own personal development and you're working on yourself so that you can help other people. Show up every single day, even on the hard days. So some days it's like your workouts. This business is a lot like that. There's days where you're like, I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to invite people. I just don't want to today. But that's what separates the people who grow their business and the people that just stay put, is the people that show up every day, even on the hard days, even when they don't want to. But the last thing I love that what Melissa McAllister said, but is just to be proud that you are a Beachbody coach. We have a lot to offer people with the fitness, with this business. So really be proud of this company and what we can do, and then shout it out from the rooftops. Let people know what you're doing and make sure that you're sharing. So I just loved all of those. So I hope you did too. So I'm going to go over some of my tips now. Like I said, this was something that hit me when I was there too, is that we all do start the same. So what will you do with it? This is your chance to create your dream life. When I started, I had one call with my coach. I did my GSR call, my getting started call. I met my coach on Facebook, didn't really know her at all, did a call with her, and that's it. I didn't do weekly calls. I didn't do anything else. But what I did do is anytime she ran a group, I was in it. She did a push to diamond group. I jumped in it. And I didn't just go in the group and watch. I did whatever the heck she said. If she wanted me to make a video in my backyard looking weird and crazy, I did. Like, I can show you guys my old videos. If she said, you need to invite 10 people to the business this week, I did. So anytime you're in a group and you're in a training group, or if you want to do the push to emerald group, I can add you into all the groups in the world, but if you're not doing anything and participating, then it's not going to work, so you have to put the work in. And that's really all I did, you guys. I still don't do weekly calls with my coach. I talk to her like once a month on a group call. And that's that. And when I signed up, we didn't have challenge groups. We didn't have a coach online office with like all the training that we do now. So it was a totally different ballgame. So make sure that you're using all the tools and plugging in, because you guys can do this. Another thing, monthly challenge groups. So I talked a little bit in the announcements what I'm doing. It is so important for you guys to do groups. This is what it's about, is running the free groups and the paid groups. So I do think, especially as a new coach, you want to start running these on your own as soon as you can, especially with free groups. They're 5 days long. You can make them longer if you want. You really can do what you want with them. But this is when you start to build that trust and that relationship with people, and you get to learn how it works. I find that the sooner you hop in and follow my group and then you go do your own thing, the better. Because if I personally find if I only did a group with my coach every month, it's easy for me to not invite that many people. Because if she has a group of 30 people and I put one person in, that's easy to do, right? But if you're the one taking ownership and saying, I'm running a 22-minute hardcore group and I want 5 people in it, you're going to work to find 5 people who want to do that program with you. But when you just kind of slide them in, it's fine in the beginning when you're learning how to do everything, but then if you really want to grow this business, you guys, you have to take ownership of them and start to run your own and add your personality, add videos, add meal plans, whatever works for you so you can help more people. 3 vital behaviors have to happen every single day. So if you ever find yourself stuck, like I've had moments where I'm like, why is nothing working right now? And then I realized, oh, maybe because you stopped reading the last 5 days. So we all have moments where we're like, what's going on? So really get to the 3 vital behaviors, get back to that, make sure you're doing your workouts and nutrition, your personal development and inviting. And then in addition to the 3 vital behaviors, recognition is important. So if you are running groups, make sure you're recognizing the people who are posting and participating. Make sure, another thing in addition to the 3 vital behaviors are follow-ups. Because a lot of times if we send one invite to somebody and they don't respond, we think they don't like us, we think that they don't want to do it. But a lot of times, you guys, how many times have you opened up a message and started to type and forgotten, and then somebody messages you back and you're like, oh my gosh, I was in the middle of typing you and I never hit send. That happens a lot of times when people open emails up at weird times and you're like, oh, I'll write back, and then you disappear. We've all done it ourselves. So make sure that you do follow up with people. If you invite them and they don't respond in a couple of days, just check in and see if they had any more questions for you, if now's not a good time. Just keep reaching out to people. And then, of course, staying consistent. We always talk about consistency, but it's consistency in those little things that are easy to do and easy not to do. So a couple more things. So what are you really spending your time doing? So I learned some good tips from my girl, Leandra. So I had to put this picture up. But I was telling you guys earlier, sometimes I find myself when I'm working, scrolling through Facebook or looking at my posts to seeing if people are liking them or watching my videos or whatever it is. But that's not an effective use of time. So I want you, if you're feeling overwhelmed with your day or your schedule, I would love for you to just take your day and write out what you're doing throughout the day. How much time do you spend in the morning getting ready? While you're getting ready, can you do what I learned from Leandra and listen to a podcast? Like every morning I was saying, I'm struggling because I want to just read. I'm a reader. I could sit and read for hours, but then I don't want to do anything else. So she said, instead of reading right away, she gets up and she puts on a podcast. And while she gets ready for her workout, she listens to it, drinks her Energize or her E&E. She drinks E&E. And then she does her workout right away. So, find time in your day where you can kind of combine things. Like personal development, you can do while you're, like, I hate doing dishes, so I can do it. Today I did it while I made my breakfast and I did the dishes, So think about where your time's going and how you can sneak personal development in, or you can make sure you get those things you don't want to do out of the way first. So other things, trainings, it's so important to invest in your business and in yourself. So I talked a little bit about, the 1 in 30 rule in the beginning, but I've spent a lot of time and money investing in my business and myself. I've gone to Danny Johnson and Shalene's trainings, and I've done a lot of online training. So if you ever have questions about any of them first, feel free to reach out to me. But I do think it's important to really invest in yourself and figure out what you need to work on, and then just go after that. So I'm almost finished. There's 10 days left in the month. So I want you to make them count. So I want you right now to write down or think about, what are you inviting to? Are you inviting to our big 22-minute hardcore group? Are you inviting to our free group? Are you inviting to our event that Carrie and I are doing Wednesday night? There's so many different things you can be inviting to. So what are you going to invite to over the next 10 days? And then how are you connecting? Are you messaging people? Are you calling them? Are you leaving voice notes? Are you emailing? And then are you providing value? So if I go on your page, are you making me laugh? Are you making me smile? Are you inspiring me? Are you making me interested in what's going on? Are you asking me questions that I can engage in? So really make sure you're providing value on your posts. So this is my last slide. This looks like a fake postcard, right? But it was really just a picture from my phone. And I need a sip of water. So Janelle Summers did something called the 10 core activities. I can't talk. And if you have not watched this training or looked at this document yet, I'm going to post it. But one thing that I did as a newer coach is I looked at those and I said, what am I doing awesome at? And which one of these 10 things am I forgetting about? So I'm going to post this in the page. I'm not going to read through them all because there's 10 of them and she goes into detail on it. But I want you to take a look at your business and review and evaluate it. What do you need to get better at? What are you doing awesome at? And then how can you grow from there? Sorry. One day I'll be better. And then another thing I wanted to touch on is personal page versus like page. So a lot of you have been doing the like page trainings. I've done a video saying everybody move to a like page, but I'm starting to realize I'm making it harder on you guys than it should be. When you're starting out as a coach, just stay on your personal page for right now. The like page takes a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of money. So I'm just being honest. I think you are going to want a like page eventually, but in the beginning, just connect with people where they are, and they're on your like page, they're on your Instagram, they're on your Twitter, whichever social media, they're on Snapchat, whatever you're using, you want you want to stick to that for now. And then when you're ready to go to the like page, go there. But like pages take a ton of work, and I'm finding a lot of people on my personal page they still aren't seeing my like page, even though I said this is where I hang out, even though I get lots of views on them. I feel like there's a lot of people that I'm adding as friends on my personal page, and then they don't see anything from me. So I'm personally posting on my personal page once a day, and then I do my like page 5 times a day. So for a new coach, you might want to do your personal page 3 times a day and wait on the like page, or personal page 3 times a day and then do like 1 or 2 posts on a like page. So you're still there, but you don't want to overwhelm yourself and try to do both. So if you're still getting started and trying to make those connections, you can still use your personal page. And, you can keep it simple. When you're posting, post a quote that you read from your book or something that you learned and share that with people. Post a meal and post your workout. Like, that's 3 things right there. And then you can always post something engaging and asking a question. So, I'll talk about this more a little later, but I just wanted to touch on that because I think a lot of people are getting stuck, and I think that this is why, because they're not doing anything on their personal page, and because the like page it's a beast. Like, it's good when you can figure it out, but it is a lot of work. So final point is, it's up to you. This business is in your hands. I wish I could jump through the computer and go in all your inboxes and talk to everybody for you and help you all have Success Club points and all do everything, but I can't. And it really comes down to that decision. Do you want to go on the trip next year? Do you want to build a certain income? What do you want this business to do for your life? Do you want it to just be a support system? It really is your business, and you can go wherever you want to with it. Just communicate with your coach. I know a lot of people are on our team to just be on the team and to stay accountable, which is awesome. We want you here and we want you to do that. And then I know there's a lot of people who want to work from home full time. Then there's some people that never want to leave their job. It really doesn't matter where you are. Just make sure that you are setting your goals and you're making it happen. So I hope all of these tips helped. I know I feel like I was talking really fast because I wanted to get through. And then next week, we're going to have a guest speaker, my friend Stephanie Lane, who is a 4-star qualifying coach, Success Club legend. She's going to be on. She's one of my success partners, and she's just doing great things for her team. So we have her coming on next week, and then I'll keep you posted on the new time date. But hopefully this helped you guys. One more thing I wanted to add. If you have people that are, they can't afford it right now, or people that are thinking about doing the 21-day fix or hardcore, then offer Beachbody On Demand, the free trial. There's a 30-day free trial, and if they have an iPhone, they can get the app on their phone, and if they don't, they can get it on the computer. But this is something I've been doing with all the people that were interested in my 22-minute hardcore group. a lot of people signed up, but then a lot of people are still a little hesitant. So I'm asking if they want to try one of the workouts first. So I think really use that, because you could, get a lot of people started with Beachbody On Demand. But yeah, that's it, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and unshare. And if you have any questions, you can unmute and ask, but I'm trying to keep it to 30 minutes.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Have you noticed when you're moving people to try the on-demand, and if you just started it, you probably won't see it yet, but that they just roll right into using the on-demand, but never get that chance to try the Shakeology or the Challenge Pack?
I haven't yet, because I am just starting to do it more. But I think
just had that happen. That's why I'm kind of asking.
They just got the Beachbody On Demand and didn't try anything, or?
Yeah, they ordered the size, because you can order size right through it now.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't want to do a challenge pack.
I mean, I think that's okay, as long as they're doing it and follow up with them, and they might want to be a coach down the road, so.
Yeah.
I think with some of those workouts where they can unlock them, that'll happen,
Yeah.
But I don't think 21 Day Fix you can unlock yet.
No, I don't think any of you can. And there is always the Beachbody On Demand Challenge Pack, where they get, both in the discount. So, okay.
Yeah, I would mention that to them too. Hey, next time if you want to, try Shakeology.
Yeah.
And when they do get the club membership, they get 10% off stuff separately.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah. Anything else? Did this help? Sorry, I lost my voice. I'm Leander, do you want to add any fun tips, or do you have to stay muted? Or anything from the cruise?
Can you hear any background noise when I unmute myself?
Nope.
Okay. My child's in the bathtub and I can hear the water.
Oh.
No, I actually went on the cruise not really planning on learning anything, because I just wanted to go for the fun and be with my husband for 5 days without the kids. So what I really took away from it, first of all, is going to live events. Every time I go to anything that is Beachbody related or a live event that they're putting on, I come back with more passion and excitement and more pride to be a Beachbody coach, because what our company stands for is just amazing. So always go to a live event if you can. But I also really took away how comparing ourselves really takes our joy away from our journey. And this is something that I've always struggled with most of my life, comparing myself to what other people are doing and feeling like what's working for somebody else, I have to be doing it, and I have to be doing it just as good as them. And that will steal the joy of your journey. If you're always comparing yourself to other people and what they're doing, and you're trying to implement every single thing that everybody else is doing, it is going to take the fun out of being you and doing what you love. And so I really loved what the top 10 coaches had talked about, not comparing ourselves, being ourselves, doing what we love to do, and just doing it really, really well. And kind of focusing with our own blinder, our own, putting your own blinders on, and you're just staying in your own lane. And I struggle with it too, but I'm really finding that the more I do that and just focus on what I'm good at and just keep doing what I'm good at, it makes the journey more fun. So that would be my encouragement to you, is to try not to implement everything that works for everybody else, because that's just going to steal your joy. And we all want joy in our lives. We don't want to be Beachbody coaches that aren't joyful. That's no good. So,
yay. Yeah. How did Wade like it?
Okay, so Wade now is going to do 22 minutes. Okay, you guys, this is huge. My husband is not healthy. Well, that sounds really bad. I mean, he's just not into working out, and he's not into eating healthy. He's just not. So I've been working on him for 2.5 years, and after this cruise, he's like, okay, I'll do it. So I'm excited for that.
Yay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Him and AJ can check in.
Yeah, he said if Mike and AJ does it, he's going to do it.
Cool. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for jumping on, everybody. We missed you. And hopefully, if you're not on the waitlist for Punta Cana, you can still get on there. If you're not on the waitlist for Summit, you can still get on there. And the Platinum Edge, Christine Dwyer's conference, is in Dallas, September 23rd through 25th. So the sign up for that went out. And all of these things are things you can track down and write off. So keep track of everything and all your events. It does help for tax time, trust me. But yeah, you guys, thanks for jumping on. Keep you posted. Keep voting for our call for starting in April. And then I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.